Good morning, 3475. Hey, anything in specific you'd like me to get done for you today? No? All right, what's your plan for the day? You really don't have one. You just want to sit around and eat and do nothing, don't you? Well, all right then, let's get after it, I suppose. This heifer here just got home from ST Genetics. She went up there when she was about 4 or 5 months old, and ST purchased her off of us and flushed her, and now she's back home where she belongs. Due here in a few weeks. So that's pretty exciting to have that heifer back. She was our highest genomic animal at the time. So good to have her home. Here we go, ladies. Sun's coming up. We got stuff to do. Let's go, let's go. Their alfalfa seeding is kicking some total tail. Someone did a pretty bang up job doing that sucker. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. Joking aside, it is totally killing it. That's what 23 pounds of alfalfa, a little bit of volunteer wheat, and a whole lot of manure will do. It's been about a month. You can go back in my videos, but yeah, that stuff is rocking. Probably as soon as it dries out, we will get in there and spray off that volunteer wheat. That'll be straight alfalfa, and that will be totally killer. Should really grow with the amount of manure that we put on that field. So yeah, rock on alfalfa seed, and let's go. By the way, guys and gals, welcome back to the channel. Good morning. In case you couldn't tell, I had a really relaxing day yesterday. Got to watch a little football. Got to mow my lawn, so I kind of got caught up a little bit on the sleep. Although I didn't really sleep that much, but just relaxing, you know. Got caught up with that a little bit. So we've got a newfound energy here Monday morning to start off the week, which is good because we're gonna need it. We've got a lot to get done this week. I've stated previously, I'd like to have all of my wheat and triticale drilled by September 15th. That's kind of our goal / cutoff to really get maximum yields off of that spring forage triticale. Yeah, that means we've got to do it this week. It's got to get done this week. Got all the rock picked on the first few fields that I disked. We still got more fields to disc. And then we still got to get the seed. Quit your belly aching. Still got to get the seed. Still got to get the drill hooked up. Like, I've got so much to do. But the good news is we got the moisture that we need. So the ground should be ideal conditions to just get right after it. We've got a week of good weather according to the weatherman. Take that for what it's worth. Yeah, let's get right after it, guys. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing today. I'm assuming working ground or something. I don't know. We like I said, we got to get that stuff done. Depending on how many guys we have, maybe I could steal Tyler or Caleb to come and help do the disking, so that way I can get to drilling behind them. But we will see. We've got to get the roller hooked up. Yeah, forgot about that. Have to put that on the 8850 maybe, because once we get the stuff drilled, it's got to be hit with a smooth roller to push down any stones, dirt, smooth it out. So yeah, that's what we're going to get right after, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button, and let's rock on with today's content. All right, guys, here's the plan. We have to unhook the disc quick, hook that tractor up to the noon spreader. I'm going to get a marker so I can label those hydraulic hoses. I've been saying that for 3 years that I was going to do that, and I never get the time to do it. So, marker, we're going to mark those hoses, get that unhooked. Tyler is currently hooking up the truck. The Eagle was on the water truck, so he's getting that thrown back on the manure trailer so I can tend him. We've got that little field I was spreading pack manure on the other day. We're going to try to get that covered just because the amount of rain that we got. We might as well get some manure out, at least for today. And then tomorrow we can hammer right at the cover crops. So that's the tentative plan. See how the day goes. All right, so this thing has a hydraulic jack. You just gotta swap. This valve runs the transport wheels on the machine. If you flip it this way, it runs the jack. So we got it jacked up. I got my paint marker. We're gonna label these hoses, get her unhooked. All right, Noon is hooked up. Just had to quickly take the PTO adapter off of this to go back to big 1000. We had the small 1000 adapter on for when it was on the slinger. This spreader's a big 1000, so pulled that off. This is so much easier when you have someone helping me, so shout outs to Tyler being able to give me a hand today. That makes it significantly easier than trying to do this by yourself. So yeah, hopefully we could just move manure like crazy today and see what tomorrow brings. They're calling for potential rain tomorrow now. Not that that's a bad thing. It's gonna slow me down a little bit, but we'll be just fine. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna get manure out. I really gotta get some seed. I really gotta get to doing that, but it's only so much time in the day, so we'll see what happens here. All right, Tyler's rolling out with the spreader. I'm filling this disaster of a tank. It's filthy, but we are just gonna send it anyways. Building the pile up here now. Got a fresh layer on it. This pond actually filled up pretty quick with the amount of rain that we got. So, yeah, that's why we decided to get back to hammering on this a little bit, rather than getting to cover cropping, but we will be getting to that here shortly. So the old Eagle's gonna get it done. Here we go. All right, so we're out here. Got an 11.4 acre field to do here. We're surrounded by corn. This is all the neighbor's corn. That's sweet corn over there. That's sweet corn over there. Got cow corn behind me. Got cow corn ahead. But this little plot of land here is ours. Same thing with that hay field up there. So yeah, we're gonna just drop the hammer on this field here. This works out well. We can start at the top of the field and just work our way down. I can unload off of this driveway. After I'm unloaded, I can just back into the field, head back out to the road. So works out pretty well. So obviously in regards to this corn pile, it would be nice to make it sloped enough where we could pack the entire thing and not leave the edge unpacked like that. He's packing right up to the edge, but just with the lack of room, we don't have enough space to make that an angle. That's gotta go straight up so we can get that as full as possible. Filling from the back forward, you see we got the first sheet on the back there. Probably midweek we'll put another 50 by 200 onto that, and we'll just keep covering it as we fill it. This is working out really well because he's able to really have a nice wedge that we're just going to work all the way up to the road. So that's working out really well. And he will get a fresh coat on that every day. We just started, obviously it's earlier in the morning, so we didn't chop yesterday being Sunday. So, and Saturday it rained. But, so less than ideal, but relatively ideal as far as how he's able to build the pile and how we're able to get that really filled up nice. So curious to see how it progresses here. See, this is where the trouble comes in. These are literally our next door neighbors. So I'm hauling quarter mile and he's waiting for me. This big Noon spreader unloads so fast. He's waiting for me every load. So, I mean, it's good. I'm gonna keep moving non-stop and we'll get loads out, but you almost need a second truck. Then the trucks would be waiting a little bit, but at least the spreader would keep rolling. So someday we'll get another one of these old girls and another tank. But that also means we'll need another driver, yada, yada, yada. But we gotta keep that thing moving if we're gonna get this manure out in a timely fashion. Yeah. Oh well, hammer down. We're probably gonna leave this headland pass here just watery enough for top spreading and it's finding its way over. don't want it to find its way over to the ditch, that's for sure. Well, the construction crew here, we could swing in, but they started laying down the driveway here. It's got fabric underneath it. And I don't know, this is probably 6 inches. Looks like crusher run 2s. But yeah, they started laying this down, so this is exciting. You can walk over here. They got stone all laid out in the bottom and got it rolled down, so I'm assuming that's the right elevation. So I don't know what the next step is here, but yeah, this is exciting to see. To quote Marv off of Home Alone Lost in New York, wow, what a hole. It's a big one. I am pumped about this. This is gonna make life so much easier. You can kind of see now where that reception pit is there. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update here. So the driveway is gonna work its way and go all the way around the lagoon and then out where I go out now. So I better get out of the way. It looks like they're bringing something else in now. But, yeah, and then this is the barn pad, which we're gonna have to wait a while. Obviously this isn't this year's project. But once that lagoon is completely done and this one's finished and manure's going into here, we're gonna use this dirt to fill in the old lagoon along with that dirt over there. Hopefully that's enough to do it. But yeah, kind of exciting to see the driveway at least laid out here. Alright guys, this is the last load on this field here. You can see he's just got that little triangle. Like I said, this headland slopes pretty quick, pretty hard slope towards this driveway here, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that. We are going to head up to our dead end road. If he wasn't there, you could see it. There's another, I don't know, 25 acres up there, enough to finish the day out spreading there. So that's also going to go to Triticale. So this actually worked out. We did get a quick shot of rain on lunch. I don't know, a couple tenths maybe. Not a lot, but hopefully that's all that's coming. They did throw a little bit in the forecast for today, but maybe that was it. So we will keep on humming right along here. We're not spreading overly thick, just given the amount of ground that we got to cover with the amount of manure that we have. We're just kind of painting it on there, but not overly thick. So, yeah, and that's the cue right there. Once the RPMs start to hop a little bit, we are empty. All right, here comes Tyler. This is the big field. I say big. This is the next field we got here. It kind of goes all the way down over the slope, but they're pretty short rows. I think it's in the, I say 20, 25 acres, something like that. But regardless, enough to get the day finished out here. Fifth cutting's looking pretty good. Could use more heat, but I mean, you always get that with fifth cutting. It's kind of a heat deprived crop, but hey, we'll take it all that we can get. See how we make out here. It's kind of a different angle. Usually I'm in the truck. Hey, Tyler. Oh, he must have a little bit left on him, I bet. All right, well, I guess I gotta wait a minute. Gosh darn it. Sorry for the wind noise. Leaving a little bit of space along this, along the neighbor's lawn. It's always a courteous thing to do when you're top spreading. Someday we'll have injectors. We won't have to worry quite so bad about that. But yeah, it looks like that's all he had left on him. But it's best that he gets it off. If you come back with anything on, I want to make sure the truck is empty after every single load, or every single time I unload. I don't want to have to haul anything back. That's part of the reason we got a 9,000 gallon spreader with a 7,500 gallon tank. I want the truck completely empty every time we're headed home. So that was the right thing to do. Attaboy, Tyler. Attaboy. Anyways, we'll get back to it. It's just, I'm gonna mess with him a little bit. He doesn't know where I'm going. Ah, that's enough screwing around. Bingo. All right, guys, that video didn't do the problem any justice, but we've got a seal gone out of our PTO on the Eagle. So she is out of commission. She was leaving big puddles in the road every load, and it was progressively getting worse and worse every load that we hauled. So that is up here at the truck shop, which is conveniently half a mile down the road from us. He's gonna get a pump coming, but we're probably looking at over a week. So that's probably it for manure on our ground that we're going to seed. We're probably just going to go at disking and fitting and drilling now as soon as the weather breaks. We did get more rain, but I ended up getting, I think we put 6 loads on that dead end road. So yep, just waiting on a ride now. But all things considered, this is the first even remotely progress stopping issue this truck has had in a long time. It's got issues. Like, it's got a lot of issues. Synchro's been gone in it for 5-6 years. Low end whines like crazy, but it just keeps going. So we'll just keep driving it. But with that seal gone, I don't want to take out the transmission or something stupid like that. Or maybe I should. Maybe I should just do that. Then I can finally fix that synchro issue. Nah. We'll just get a new pump coming and get that fixed. But yeah, we also had a small issue regarding the chopper spout and a power line. Hopefully everyone was okay. Not hopefully, everyone was okay. Hopefully the chopper doesn't have too many issues. I guess it was throwing a code. I haven't been back to see how they're making out on that, but hopefully that's nothing major. Keep the fingers crossed on that. All right, guys. Well, yeah, it's been a really crappy afternoon as far as keeping stuff up and running. But we got a John Deere salesman stopped and said that our 9560R is done up at the dealership. What was wrong with it? Nothing was wrong with it. We got a 16-foot grouser blade installed on it. People passing on the right. What idiots. Gotta go. Anyways, yeah, so we got a brand new 16-foot grouser blade. So we're gonna go pick that up. We're gonna check that out. Kind of pumped about that, actually. But we're here with Tyler. Who wants the joke of the day? I don't know why I asked a question that no one can answer, but here's the joke of the day. For it.
So a dangerous surge of electricity walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Why the long face?"
In the spirit of electricity issues today, we'll go with an electric joke. All right, we will show more on this when we get home. They put it on the number 4 remote. That's odd. That baby comes up high. Holy crap. It's gonna be pretty sick. So yeah, we'll show you more on this when we get home. All right, well, it's about a 40-minute ride home by tractor here, but it's a little nerve-wracking rolling down the road this wide, but we're about to head right through Genesee Community College here. So it's pretty sweet. Look at that sunset though. Looks like it could rain again. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. You guys should see how high this freaking blade will go. I swear when it's all the way up, it's only a foot lower than the top of the cab. This thing is sick compared to our old one. It's got arms and farms etched in it. I like the way the back's all cut. I know you guys that run new blades already know all this stuff, but it's a really fun, exciting improvement for us. This will make our whole pushing operation altogether different. They changed literally everything about this blade is different from what we have. So lifts higher, different way it tilts, there's different hydraulic hookups, you name it, it's different. So yeah, we're gonna roll her on down the road here. All right, well, as you can see, we made it home. It took twice as long as I wanted it to. Traffic was terrible. Drivers are kind of idiots, but yeah, this is a completely different blade than what we previously had. The shape of it, the curvature of it. This has sides on it. Our old one did not have the sides on it. The way that the top has these notches cut out in it so you can see through it, that's pretty sweet. These have got to get cut off of here. There's one on each side. But yes, the entire thing here is different. The way that it mounts, the way that it pivots. The old one, these cylinders went this way. So that's how it pushed in and out, where these ones are curved so they come out at an angle instead of straight forward and straight back. I'm sure there's reasons for all of this, in which I do not know, but I mean, it looks simpler. Love these adjustable skid plates, the way it's got a ratchet on there. The other one doesn't even have skid plates left on it, which I'm not sure if it ever did or not, but I know they're not on there now. And I know they wouldn't have been welded like that. There's nothing like that on them. So that's pretty nice. Probably I'll make sure that's all set in the morning. They put this on the front here. There used to be the weight bracket, but now it's just I really don't honestly know. I guess if silage were to get up into here, it would keep it off of the grill. But if you're going to do that, why not make it go up higher, I guess? That's one question I have. Like, what would the harm be? If silage is going to get there, what's stopping it from getting there? Hopefully silage isn't even getting there. But I'm just saying, the whole purpose of it seems silly. But is what it is. The way that it mounts, this is kind of... oh, sorry about that. This is curved, so it kind of hooks on there. Where the old one, these were up on the blade and you kind of hooked into there, where here is hooks that stick way back out like that. So that's a change. Walk around to the other side here. You gotta love the... I got grease all over me. Gosh darn it. The things I do for you guys. The handle to unpin it is up here instead of down here. So it's much easier to get at. I love this. I love this. So to disconnect it, you just pull the handle out and that'll pop right off of there. Versus the old one, you had to reach down into here and hook hoses up. They had different angles on them. They were always getting caught and pinched, no matter how many zip ties you put on them to try to keep them out of the way. So that's new. Grease bank. There's a grease bank for a lot of the fittings, but I mean, obviously a lot of them you still have to grease manually, but I like that there's at least a grease bank. And the fittings are on the side of the pins instead of here, because here they get broken off, or they've always got silage built up on them. So you got to clean everything off and it just makes a mess. The old one, they'd be like up in here. You'd have to kind of cockeye around the grease fitting end, where now they're all on the side. They're very easy to get to. They should stay cleaner. What else am I noticing off of the bat? I guess that's all I'm really noticing off of the bat. Other than the complete, just, it's a completely different blade. Ag Pro 16 Silage Special. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Came with a heck of a price tag, but it was silly to have this tractor just for tillage. It's really nice now. I mean, we spend a ton of hours on the pile. So the fact that we'll have 2 tractors to run during corn, and then when we're doing hay or something, we generally only need 1. So this would probably be the big horse that would do that, I would assume. Or if we're working in the field, this tractor can stay on tillage and the 9420 can go on the pile, and we won't have to unhook and hook tillage equipment. Now we've got this big horse that can just stay on either tillage or pile. Same with the 9420, that could stay on the pile. It's definitely further away. The old one, because I was telling you those cylinders are back here instead of up here. So the blade used to be right here all the time, where right now, I mean, it's always, so you're talking it's probably 2 to 3 foot further forward. And like I said before, sometime I'll get you guys a side-by-side of how much higher this goes than the other one. the bottom of this blade will go to the top of that hood. It goes like literally up to there. When it's up, it feels like it's as high as the cab. It's not, but it's darn close. Like, it's awesome. Where the old one, it would go probably, I don't know. Like I said, I'll do a side by side just so you guys can see. But I promise you it goes at least 4 to 5 foot higher up. I don't know if that's just the way everything's curved and angled and the fact that it is further forward, so it gives you more room to come up. That's probably a big part of it. But super excited about this, guys. Being that my manure truck's down, tomorrow we're going to get that noon spreader back unhooked, get the 9320 back on the Pottinger disc. Someone else is going to get to disking. As long as it's not raining, which not looking promising, I'm going to go pick up our triticale seed with our grain cart, and hopefully by tomorrow afternoon we will be putting seed in the ground. Fingers crossed. Rock on. Hell yeah, guys. Thanks for watching. I am Dalton. This is Armson Farms on the Footlong Farmer YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, like button, share it out with your friends, and tell them about the goofball on YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys in the next one. Ah, yes. Dalton opened his mouth last week and said we were crazy dry and needed rain.